So I've been paying a little bit more attention to the riots out in LA, and they're spreading. They've been pretty brutal. Okay, people have been hit by rubber bullets. Cars are being set or have been set on fire, and there's been a lot of looting. Okay, so people get upset when they hear that a business has been looted. That should be the least of your concern. Those people got insurance. They're going to get double back what they lost. So, that's not really a bad thing for them. They will not be left out in the cold. Even though I'm not, justifying looting, not in any least. Okay? I'm just saying. So I don't like to get too much into politics and what's going on, because I've just grown to not believe what I'm seeing, and with my own eyes, let alone on TV, because there has been so many lies told in American history. The news stuff is twisted. TV is basically where you get the majority, or I don't know if it's the majority, a lot of your brainwashing and your spell coming through the media, okay? So I don't really care to get too much off in politics, but I know now I have to pay more attention, all right? So there's been some slack online about, certain people of the Spanish-speaking persuasion, not sure what country, Spanish-speaking, that are, I don't know if it's upset or angry or just confused or what. Maybe it's all of that they don't see us out there with them in the Malay. Okay, so when I say us, I'm talking about the American, the Black American. Okay, why aren't you out here with us? They're coming for you too. You can be deported just like us. You're next. We did this and that for you during, the Rodney King riots, and I can't think of that president that years ago became the president or whatever over Mexico, and he was Negro, okay? And they're talking about, well, we elected a Negro president, and he allowed slaves to come into Mexico and blah 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 blah. Okay, maybe some or all of that might be true. That president, I think his name was Vicente. I'm not sure. So don't quote me on that. All right. But the story that they're trying to push on him is not even true. Nothing is freaking true. Nothing. It's not totally what it is trying to make you or wants to make you believe that it is. I've been hearing for years, and I first heard Yafa Bay say this almost 16 years ago when there were a lot of riots and stuff going on all around the world. She said she was paying attention. She was watching the images on TV and watching it all go down. She said, you know what? A lot of these people look exactly the same as the people who were in the last riot. They even look the same as the people who were rioting in a whole nother country, a whole nother vicinity. They're saying they all They all look the same. She noticed this about the rioting going down in the States at that time. It seemed like they had a lot of crises actors, is what she said. A lot of actors coming out and acting a fool like there was something really, really going on, and they were into it, participating, and they were, they were into it. And she said she keeps seeing these same people from at one riot at the other. And I heard that again concerning some of the riots that were going on here recently, particularly in California. So that's why I just, I hear something, it goes from one ear out the other, but I know that still I must pay attention. So let's get back to what I was saying about some Spanish speaking people, not all of them, because I don't believe in my heart that they feel as a people, they feel that they need us to help them with their issues. Not 1 minute, okay? But some have voiced their concern. Some token people, all right? So this is what I'm getting at. For one, we know that they have plans for our people. We already know that. Nobody has to tell us this. They've been planning to do shit and have done it for hundreds of years. They, colonials, devils, white folks, whatever you want to call them, the elite. I'm going to say the elite, whatever, cabal. So we don't, we're not ignorant. We don't feel like they got our back or anything like that. We're just keeping our eyes open concerning what their next move is likely to be. Now, before I go further into it, our people here in America have been demonized to Americas, to South America, Central, to Europe, Africa, and Canada, all over the world. We have been demonized as gangsters, welfare grubbers, criminals, the worst kind. The world shown the worst of our neighborhoods when we have equally the same or maybe even more nice neighborhood, clean neighborhoods, safe neighborhoods that the world has not seen. So a lot of people, almost all of them, all these groups of people have a negative concept of us because it has been forced into their heads. Okay, so that negative perception does not give room to balance because everybody has a negative, they have criminals within their race and their people and stuff like that. But they're not generalized as criminals as a people. We have been. One person commits a crime that comes from our people and all of our people get blamed. All right. This is the work of this powerful, spell-binding, witchcraft-using media. All right. So a lot of people have been noticing that these some of these Spanish-speaking people are mad at us. Hell, what you mad at us for? We're not the reason why ICE is rounding up your people and snatching them up. We're not doing that. We didn't orchestrate that. We didn't put that into law. We didn't vote for that. That's not what we pushed for. We didn't have anything to do with that. We are powerless in that respect. So what you mad at us for? You know why they're mad at us and pointing the finger at us in some ways? Because they have been socialized to see us the problem, even if we didn't have nothing to do with the problem. We're the problem. Okay? We're going to be the focus of the hate or the hate too. And we ain't got nothing to do with it. These people are brainwashed to do this to us. America always has something up its sleeves, okay? And you don't even have to know American history that well to know that this government always has something that they're doing underneath, behind the scenes, something that they're pushing through Congress and the legislature, and they definitely will have everybody focusing on something like this damn Diddy case. So you won't pay attention to things that will actually affect you in a very negative way. You're not paying attention. Talking about Diddy and all his sex parties and what they said, what was it, Vaseline or oil or whatever, 1,000 bottles of oil. Sex parties, gangbangs. That's what they want you to focus on, so they can pull these things over your head, get them, make them legal, and next thing you know, you're being victimized by these new laws that they have put forth, and there's very little you can do to combat it once they become law. All right, so this is what they do. So I was thinking, I'm always thinking, trying anyway, think out the box. I'm a very kind of weird like person. I'm a loner. I make my own rules, whether it hurts me or not, as long as it's not hurting somebody else. I don't care. This is my life, and I have to give an account for my life. So I try to think outside the box and see things from another perspective. Now, this is what I'm thinking. It might not happen. This is what I'm thinking. I'm going to let you determine who they are, know how they have destroyed our image in the minds of these people. They know that, and there's proof of it every day. There's so much proof. And how these people treat us, talk to us, and, the microaggressions and so forth. They know. So most of the ICE officers, according to my understanding, are white men. Maybe women too, but most of them are white men. They might have, one of us here and there, a Melanite, from our nation here and there. But most of these people are white. To turn up the volume once again, to make these people angrier with us, I think that when things really get heated, they're going to start hiring more Americans / Black American people as ICE officers. Okay? They're going to hire us. They know that a lot of our people are always looking for jobs. There's a deficiency economically in the lower echelons of our society among our people. We need jobs. Somebody who hasn't been able to work for 6 months, all they're thinking is, I need to make some money so I can take care of myself and my children, keep a roof over our heads and so forth. And I'm pretty sure they get paid good money. So in a minute, they're going to put our people on the front lines of ICE, gonna have us rounding people up like they've been doing, shooting people with rubber bullets and stuff. And these people are gonna look up and they're gonna see us, and it's gonna really, really ignite their fury. All right, so that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so in a minute, shoot, you think these people hate you, they're not going to even care to think that we just hired to do a job. It wasn't something that we voted for. Like I said, it didn't begin with us or anything like that. They're going to see us doing these things to them, and it's going to ignite their fury even more against our people. So instead of attacking the real problem, they're gonna be moved and feel like they have a reason to attack and focus on us. So when I start really opening up, or if they start opening up jobs to our community and our people, unless you so down and out, and you don't know if you're gonna eat or what you're gonna eat tomorrow, unless you're that bad off, I suggest that you do not let them use you in that position. Do not take the job, okay? Don't do that. I just want to give y'all a little view. I'm at Punch Our Train Lake. All right, so walking the pier. Let me say it again. Let me reiterate. My people, FBA lineage, African American, black, whatever the hell you're calling yourself today, do not fall for the okie doke. All right. Another thing that I suggest that we stop doing, and I started telling people online, stop voicing your opinion all over social media. Stop it. Stop talking about how, because I see this all the time. It is all up and down my Twitter timeline. Talking about, well, you know what, y'all did this and that to us and bummed our apartments in LA and very racist towards us. So we just gonna sit back. We ain't doing nothing. We done. We're gonna sit back with our popcorn and watch it go down and stuff like. Stop saying that shit. Just stop it. Okay? We need to say, get back on code, because we've been getting on code more and more, and I'm proud of us. But we need to get on code with keeping our freaking mouth shut up. Do you hear Asians and Arabs and Chinese or Jews or whatever talking about saying anything about the deportations and the riots? Do you hear them saying anything? I don't know. Maybe some of them scared. I don't know. We need to shut up too. Okay, and if we do say something, well, there's nothing we can do. And even if it would be even better to lie, you know what? We're out here fighting for you too. You don't see us? Duh. Of course we're not. You better not take your black ass out there to no riots. Talking about you gonna riot for your Mexican and Latina people. Sit your butt down. You need to prepare for whatever it is that they have on the back burner for us. Okay? You know they coming with something. We have to learn to use stealth and subterfuge. Did I say that right? Subterfuge to navigate this paradigm that we find ourselves in. Okay? We don't have to learn how to lie, conceal, wear a smile, or just be, neutral. No matter how we feel, no matter how fiery we feel for one side or the other, learn to be neutral and shut your ass up. Stop making these damn videos. Talking about, well, when we tried, we already did our part, because most of us voted for Kamala, and y'all were Latina for Trump's, and oh God, why can't you shut your mouth? Better learn shut your mouth. You're going to learn the hard way that you should have kept your big fat mouth shut. You shouldn't have let nobody know how you feel, and you really need to shut up about any of your plans, okay? Just shut up. And you know I'm saying this with love. Now, we have a saying in our community that we have no friends. By and large, we don't. You might have a person here and there, got your back, 10 people there and here, riding with you. I don't even think it's 10, but whatever. That's tokenism. That's your personal affiliation with this person. It does not prove that the people that they come from are willing to ride for you, or even want to see you around as a whole. Okay? Know the difference. Know the difference. Learn the difference between the rule and the exception. In the coming years, we're going to have to learn how to operate as a people like we have never been before. When you see the fallout, you're going to understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. And it's going to be a little bit too late for a lot of us. And it is what it is. All right? So keep your doggone mouth shut, okay, my people? Be quiet. Sit back and watch what's going on. Read about it. Get all the information you can. And stay to yourself. Keep it all to yourself, okay? Peace.